Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily Wednesday news show. With Christmas gone and Easter miles away, frankly, this show is the only thing you've got to look forward to. Terry, I am feeling a little bit down. It's winter, it's snowing and the gyms are shut. I mean, it's a bad time of year.
It's snowing. There's no way it's that bad.
We planned that pun and I still giggled before that happened. Welcome back to another week of news. And we're kicking off with EpicTV athlete Stefano Ghisolfi. Now, he's been crushing it all year and he's just sent another project. Stefano bolted a new and potentially very hard line at Erebor di San Paolo near Arco in Italy last June. Stefano initially thought the route was almost impossible, but kept trying and falling over 10 times on the last move before finally clipping the chains.
Sì, cazzo!
He's called this first ascent Erebor and it's at 9B/plus and could be the hardest route in Italy. Let's hear from Stefano.
I just climbed my latest project, Erebor. That is one of the hardest routes I ever tried, but this has the difference that I entirely bolted last June with the help of a friend of mine, Seves Casa, that introduced me to bolting. I never bolted anything before. I always just climbed on something that was already bolted, and it was quite different from trying something already bolted or already climbed, because it was something new. It was a mystery. I didn't know if the route was possible. It has been great, a great process, very long, but I think the future for me will be something similar to this one. So to bolt something new, to try it, and hopefully to send it.
Stefano Ghisolfi kicking off the new year as he means to go on. And of course, we know perhaps competitions are going to happen, maybe not. Let's see if he continues this run of rock climbing form into 2021.
But yeah, excellent way to start the year. And doesn't he have like a 9C project at that crag?
Well, the problem is the crag has been banned. You're talking about where the King Line is and that stuff in Arco. And yeah, the access is still up in the air a little bit. So that 9C might have to wait.
Okay. Anyway, we're moving on to our 9A roundup. As reported on 8A.nu, Italian 17-year-old Giorgio Tomatis has done his fourth 9A, Estado Critico, in Sirana, Spain. It took him 15 days over 2 trips to send the route. This same route has been sent by Stefan Wolf from the Czech Republic, making this his first 9A. Estado Critico was made famous by Alex Megas, who made the first 9A on-site back in 2013. So it looks like Spain and Sirana, Margalef are coming into season, even though it just snowed.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't that like a meter of snow or something at the moment?
Yeah. No, there's this friend of mine down in Chilila, and she sent me a video of somebody snowboarding down the streets.
Awesome. That's cool. Flo, our editor, will be excited by that news. Yeah. Snowboard fiend. And talking about snow, last week we discussed the teams currently at K2 trying to climb it for that winter ascent, and we've got some update news. Climbing K2 in winter has never been done, and it's considered to be one of the last great feats in mountaineering. Conditions are tough and dangerous on the mountain, as high winds and avalanche conditions become a problem. As reported on Planet Mountain, a storm hit Camp 2 last week, destroying the equipment of the expedition led by Nirmal Purja. He intends to regroup and postpone his summit push, although he is positive this does mean a major setback for the team. Other teams lost equipment on the mountain as well, while others got lucky, being in their early or acclimatization stages. To highlight just how difficult and dangerous this mountain is in winter, Ralf Dujmovitz, a guide and photographer, posted this video on the 3rd of January, showing a huge avalanche sweeping the mountain. So that Camp 2 storm looked absolutely savage. And in Nims's sort of Instagram post, he talks about getting up there and just all of his equipment blowing away, tents, everything gone. He's had to sort of go back down, try to get equipment back, sort of restock Camp 2. But he is positive. He is still going to go for it. He hasn't pulled out yet. And of course, other teams like Tamara trying it without oxygen.
Team Tamara.
Team T.
I'm so serious.
Your Team T.
Yeah.
They're still out there. They didn't lose stuff. So we'll see. Wait and see. But as we know, K2 is a dangerous and difficult thing to climb. There's a reason it hasn't been done.
And how many times can that happen again? You know, like they just go up, bring the stuff, gets blown away.
Sounds depressing, doesn't it? I think I'll just give up and go home and have a beer,
Yeah,
to
like,
be honest.
oh, this is destiny.
Yeah, done.
I won't.
Done.
Anyway, we're moving on to some more mountaineering news from Austria. As reported on Planet Mountain, German alpinist David Bruder and Martin Fiestel made the first ascent of Stalingrad, a 1,000-meter route between Grubenkarspitze and Plattenspitze in Austria. The overhanging fifth pitch turned out to be the crux of the route, with difficulties of water ice 7 M6. The second crux wasn't in the best condition, and after a 2-hour struggle, it required the use of A1 aid.
We always seem to talk about conditions on this show, but it is interesting, especially when you're like us and you're keeping an eye on the news, just to see sort of the ups and downs of mountaineering news. And I think we are on an up. I mean, here in Chamonix, it's like, what?
It's in.
Oh, it's cold in Chamonix, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's like minus 15. It was minus 10 this morning. The ice is coming in, but yeah, cool send from those guys.
Yeah.
I think that's the news done.
That's it? You
So-
don't have an extra news?
No, I'm done.
Ooh.
News finito, but 9B counter time. And it's the new theme music. I didn't mean theme music, did I? I meant like theme...
Graphics.
Graphics. Yeah, so new year, new 9B counter, and we have a decision to make.
Right.
We've gone from, in the first season of the 9B counter, we had the 9B counter, right? That
Yes.
then expanded into multiple other counters. And then last year we had 4 counters.
Yeah, but 2 years back, there was the 8C counter, and that was a nightmare.
That was a nightmare. True
This
nightmare.
year, it's just like... Yeah, I feel we need one more counter, actually.
You want more counters?
Well, the women's bouldering counter.
All right,
No?
I want less counters.
Oh, why?
Because I want to strip it back. I want to go back to the good old days, and I want a 9B counter, and I want a women's 9A counter. And Laura Rigora is probably going to win the 9B counter this year because
Just
she
to
came
train
close.
for the Olympics, though, now.
That is, oh yeah, that is true.
So I think we're going to see some other people on that list.
I hadn't even thought of that. I'm genuinely disappointed about the Olympics for half a second there. Like, my heart dropped. But look, we will decide, and it's up to you guys, as it always is, to decide on the counters. Should we strip it right back to minimalistic terms? Should we go for even more counters? I don't know why you have to do the spreadsheets for this. This
I
is
don't
more
mind.
work.
You know, I like it.
You do like it. You are an uber nerd. But it's up to you guys. Let us know. But whatever, we have got something for the 9B counter.
Yeah, we do. And we've got, oh gosh, we've got Stefano's. But yeah, Stefano gets 1.5 points.
1.5 points because he's on the fence for 9B/plus.
Yeah, but I feel like he's like, it's fair. It's not 2 points, it's not 1, it's 1.5.
Okay, 1.5 points. Stefano Ghisolfi to kick things off. Awesome start. You guys comment down below. Flo, welcome back to the Content Couch. You are the Climbing Daily editor.
I am indeed. Now, a lot of people know this from last week and this week. Here I am.
This week's edit, or the main sort of Climbing Daily show, mountaineering story based in Pakistan. And we had quite interesting sort of media clips sent to us for that story.
Yeah, it's a really interesting edit to do. We did it together. And yeah, it's this guy Timur and his partner. They're in Pakistan. And yeah, we've got a lot of kind of raw GoPro footage and really nice pictures. So check it out. Here's a little clip.
The tricky part of this ascent was to spend 5 days on such a face and to find the BV spot, in fact.
Et voilà, on est à 5006 et des brouettes.
Et on va pas bien dormir ce soir. Et voilà la tente. Elle a une drôle de tête parce qu'on a mis qu'un arceau pour pouvoir tenir sur la petite plateforme. Là c'est les montagnes qu'il y a autour. Et aujourd'hui, on va grimper ça. T'es content d'être là? Je suis content d'être là. Et disons que Ça, je trouvais super chouette. S'il n'y avait pas ce relais de merde.
Ouais.
Voilà.
So while watching that movie, I gotta say the crevasse campsite was
Yeah,
terrifying.
that is a gnarly campsite, isn't it? It's like, yeah, they just pick a crevasse to camp in for the night. Everything worked out all right, obviously, because the film's out and they're still around. But yeah, it's a really great film. Nice kind of, raw footage. It kind of makes you feel as, it could be your mates or yourself there. So yeah, please check it out. Next up, we've got Danielle, who's a Swedish climber. She's training and trad climbing. It's really well shot, really well edited. Here's a little clip.
How are you going to evolve or get better at things if you don't try things you've never done before? The only way to do it is to go out there. Because if you don't, you're gonna be stuck at that same spot. And I don't wanna be stuck there. Like, I wanna get better at things. I wanna learn more. I want more from life.
That's coming out later in the week on the main Epic TV channel, so keep an eye out for that. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't. Flo, cheers for joining us on the content couch.
All good, all good.
Keep up the good work, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you very much. See ya.
Ciao.
Right, let's move on to shop stuff. Terry, we're sort of chatting about Avalanche gear, some transceivers, probes, and all that kind of stuff. I get that for skiing.
Yes.
Why for climbing?
Because sometimes the approaches are on skis. And it's just like, I don't know, good norm to have it on you. You never know what might happen. Also in Scotland, you do get avalanches. So there are kits available on the EpicTV shop, but also individual transceivers. Just look through the page and get what you need.
Cool. Shop stuff ticked, done. Now we do have to move on to comment of the week.
Ooh.
Although there was suggestions that we dance, I think you're happy. You want to dance?
Well, it's like we have to stay in our chairs. You know, it's a lot of...
Okay, should we just do like a hype dance without trying to touch the cameras? All right, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Comment of the week.
I was swimming.
You were was that the swimming
Get it?
stroke? A bit like the
Yeah.
lawnmower, you know, that
Yeah.
dance move.
Yeah.
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 Your comment, have you got one?
I do have one, and it's from William Young. And he says, I'd love to see the all-time 9B counter. Could you put that together? Well, William, we heard you out.
Do not include me in this story.
Fine. Matt thinks he has a life, but I have no life. And I had a 14-hour journey by train this weekend, so I had a lot of time on my hands. And we did put it together, but it might be an upcoming Climbing Daily episode.
Yeah, the level of geekery that Teresa showed in this is outstanding, and we want to do something with it. Terry's got stats, she's got figures on 9Bs, 9B pluses, she's got the whole shebang. We're considering what to do with it. Maybe Climbing Daily, maybe spreadsheets.
There's so many fun facts.
So many fun facts that will be revealed to you soon. Can't wait for that show. My comment is from David Volk, I think. That's how you pronounce it. Might not. And it says, Matt is the only person who can downgrade change to 8B+. This is to do with my slight gaffe last week when I inadvertently said change. Of course, 9B+, one of the world's hardest routes, was actually 8B+. I watched that edit multiple times, as did Flo, as did you at one point as well.
No, I watched it when it was live.
Did you see it as it was live?
Yeah, but it was too late already.
I genuinely didn't realise I said it. Quick change is not an 8B+. It made me giggle though. You guys obviously picked it up, so apologies about that. But to be honest, I've heard it's soft. So you never know. Watch this space. Stefano back there he's going to be somewhere screaming at the screen. We're done. I think that's it.
Yes.
Have a lovely week, everyone, and we will see you next week. Same time, same place for the new show.